Well, let me tell you my spiel, Scarra.
Okay.
So basically, I haven't really felt like this isn't a reflection of anything or anyone in OTV. All right. Just as I say this.
Go for it.
I have felt like I was a kid that grew up with my own kid. Like I went to school all the way up to like 4th grade, and then I switched schools in 5th grade. So everybody at this new school that I went to knew each other and hung out. And then I joined, and I'm the new kid in 5th grade. And I'm like, hey, and everyone's like, hi. You know what I mean?
It's called being the loser.
Anyways, I felt like the loser of OTV.
Yeah.
I joined the OTV community. I felt like didn't really vibe with me and John and Sydney. Like JGS, they were like, oh, but you guys are like the new kids on the block. You know what I mean? But again, like I said, nobody's making me feel this way in particular. I'm probably just projecting. And then I have felt that way for a long time. But this year in particular, I have now coined myself as a part of Offline TV. I've changed my identity. If you ask me, who is Jodi? I'm like, I'm in Offline TV, bitch. I am Offline TV. So in that same breath, I have decided that, well, what would I do with it? Like, now that Offline TV is mine, I'm ready to like put in some fucking work. Not that I was putting in work. Believe me, I was really putting in fucking work for OTV. But more like I want to utilize the sources that OTV has as my own that I normally wouldn't.
Yes.
Because I would be like, oh, they're not mine.
Understand.
But that's why I was like, oh, I really want to start doing like OTV days. Like I was like, oh, I'm going to start taking an initiative. Because if I am OTV, what do I want? I was like, oh, I would like this for us to like do more together. But before I thought that OTV people would do that, but everyone's got their own shit going on. But now I'm like, oh, I'm just doing it. I will be the initiator.
Yeah.
Because I'm part of OTV. Yeah.
I think what you're doing is awesome. But also,
yeah.
I think it is true that it is something that we probably should have done before. I don't know what changed between the houses moving. I think it was just a lot of inner tension. When I think when we moved to the last house, and then getting to get a feel for like the new kids coming in, I think took a while for us to kind of sell out. Even though our last house almost made us bankrupt, almost killed OTV. All these bad things.
I literally like.
I still think I would never have been friends with anyone had I not lived there. So I am like very grateful that happened. But dear God, very pricey lesson.
Yeah, okay. So basically, that last OTV house, I didn't know that I could say no to being in a video. Like I didn't know that was an option because we just like had to make money.
It was one of those things where you could usually say no, but it was like more encouraged you did it because people. It was so expensive. The house was so expensive that it was definitely rough. And it's also something that you wouldn't see looking at other people. Like for me, I've never turned down an OTV video, pretty much. Aside from when I'm sick, I think I've turned down one in 5 years, one or two. So it's very rare. And so like looking at me, like I would just always do it. But it's definitely something different where it's like, I prioritize that very highly. But it's because I also don't have much stuff going on, I think.
Yeah, like I felt like I would have, and it takes me a long time to recover from like travel or anything like that. So then it was like, I would be burning myself out, and then I had to do an OTV shoot, and then I'm like, ooh, whoa, yeah, this is a lot. I just didn't know it was possible. But to be fair, yeah, we were just over budgeted.
Yeah, I think who should have started OTV streams? It was one of those things where I think it was just a comfort thing. I think before people were just like maybe doing it in the living room, but then even at the end of the last house, we stopped doing that. It felt like people got less and less comfortable doing IRL streams I think as relationships kind of got frayed. I think as people got more and more like internal drama, because I think that was the part, there was some bad internal stuff at the time.
I think.
And then everything kind of accumulated and then it never came back. It's like some really big thing came up and the norm just got set at, we're not doing IRL streams.
I don't remember.
No, because you weren't there. So even before we had stopped doing IRL streams as much, I remember we had this thing where we did super high amount of IRL streams. We'd do it like almost every day. Where we were playing board games or all that stuff. Yeah. And then we burned out super fucking hard, impossible to upkeep.
Yeah.
Then we did it like once, and we still did here and there, but definitely got less and less, and then less and less and less. I definitely think as people got bigger and bigger, they had their own stuff, you know, and then it became hard to kind of come together. And then some people got pissed off at each other, and it got harder to come together, and then
it wasn't the norm anymore.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So then I thought that coming into OTV, it was gonna be the norm. Yes. But like I said, I just felt like the new kid on the block. So it's like, oh, I'm trying to learn your guys' vibe.
I always say it was never your responsibility to do it. Yes.
Now I'm part of OTV. And now,
which I've always told her, okay, I've always
that's what I'm saying. It's not a reflection of any way that anyone has treated me, or like it's nothing that is, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But now I'm making the mental shift, because I am just going to be like, well, I'm gonna make this shift, and I'm gonna put in this initiative, and I'm going to like really push for this thing in this way. And if that doesn't align with the OTV community, they're going to have to leave, because I'm part of OTV and OTV is mine. But no, I mean, I do hope that they like it. But like,
they do.
I think that now that we have lived together for 2 years or longer, but the last house was, I think, a lot of just navigating a new space with new people in an org specifically. And I didn't want to like step on toes. I'm like,
the financial burden of that house was killing people.
I was literally killing everybody.
Yeah,
genuinely was killing everybody.
It was the worst.
Yeah.
We've never had a situation like that before, ever. So trust me when I say like it was very bad. We all survived. It was another year where we survived.
Yeah. And now I'm just like, now that it's been time, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try to rally the troops.
Oh.
And I don't know.
For me, I'm trying to figure out what I want. It's really difficult because I'm like a type X. It's like usually what happens is like I will contribute, but I don't lead pushes, which is really bad because it means if I'm not doing it and Toast is not doing it, then it's like, who the fuck is
okay, so this is the other thing that I was having, like, I didn't, because basically Scarra is kind of the leader of OTV, and then Toast, I think, started taking initiative.
Yes, I also think when you joined, I was giga depressed. Like,
super
fucking, I was depressed for like a year and a half. It was so bad. Like,
yeah.
I didn't really go public about it as much, but it was like I didn't want to do anything. Nothing was giving me happiness. It was very not good.
Well, I'm not trying to say that you don't have to lead, more so. It's just like I thought I was supposed to look to you to lead, but that doesn't have to be the case. I think you don't have to do that. I'll do it.
Oh. I'm definitely the type of person who likes to be it's like I like rounding out ideas. I think it's really nice. I'll always contribute in that aspect and I'll always be down to do stuff. But I only like to bring creative ideas up to people if I really love the idea. I think my standards for that are like very high. Which I'm like, I should probably lower them because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I mean, I think that everybody, like every time that we have an OTV meeting, so whatever, every other Tuesday, I think when we all gather and like everyone actually is there, we always come up with magic, IMO. Like there's always a something, but it's because of like the way that it works. Like you round out ideas. John comes with crazy ideas. I come with half finished ideas. and somebody, but I cook while I'm there.
Vaughn comes with this idea that she has no ideas for. This motherfucker has done homework for 3 weeks in a row, hasn't done it a single week. And every week, bro, it's like, hey man, you got that thing I asked for? And she's like, oh. No.
It's okay. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
She's cooking.
Yeah, she's cooking.
She's cooking.
She's cooking. It's taking a while.
Yeah.
Really cooking like a pho or something. It's taking a lot of days.
But basically, I think everybody goes in. Sydney was talking about this to me today. She was like, I think there needs to be at least 2 people leading the charge at all time, but everybody rotates.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that's why it works.
I think it's always like, I like how certain groups do it where it's like when you have an idea, you're one of the people lead, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that makes it the most easy because it's like, oh, that's your idea. You want to do this. It's all good. I think that makes it a lot easier. The problem is when people don't contribute no ideas, then it becomes a huge problem. But that hasn't been the case, I feel. But if it ever is the case, it's like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
There is, oh, dude, that one thing that Toast did that we're gonna do soon. It's the thing about the lottery.
Okay,
yeah. That's an idea that I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a banger idea.
And then me and Lily might not. Oh
no, you for sure are.
It's in the
dude. I swear to fucking God, if you don't, it's fine.
I want to do it. No, don't. I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying we're gonna pass up the next Sage Jam Slap for it.
Yeah, but it's
worth it. It's worth it.
I think it's really worth. Or
yeah,
just,
no, I agree.
Wait, the only reason you're saying no to Sage Jam Slam is because you can't practice for it, right? You can still show up.
We would need to practice. This is like one of those things where like it's like usually you have a week of practice and the tournament is like the week after.
But the thing for OTV is only
3 days.
3 days.
Yeah, it cuts right in. It's okay. It's all right. I'm pretty sure it's just not gonna happen. But we'll it's fine.
You should see how the sidemen do it. They come up with ideas together, and or 1 or 2 people then take charge and plan it, and then they rotate. That's
the sidemen. Okay, first of all, don't stream a lot of them.
Oh yeah,
so
it's really different.
They take a producer and they work on it with the person for the week, and they come up with ideas. So like, if you're not streaming, that's a lot. It's a lot different. Like,
technically, if we like. That is the most efficient way. Like if we sat down with Broden, all of our producers, whatever, and we were, because
if we had 6 Brodens and we had each Broden every week, so we sit down and we do it, and we're not streaming, because I would say I'm 90% streamer first.
Yeah, but it's also that's where our income is.
Yeah.
So I can't justify that for OTV because I don't make an income for OTV.
Yeah.
But I want to make good fun content. It's just the balance of that is I can devote X amount of time to OTV. I cannot devote a whole week to OTV.
Yes. I like sidemen pay each of their members like not a million, but probably like close to that.
But I'm sure their YouTube revenue also, like it all feeds back into each other. Like I'm sure the sidemen have a really fucking a great YouTube channel, and it makes you know what I mean.
Run Britain. Is it Britain? The UK. They run the UK.
That was funny.
Something like that.
But yeah, basically, like, I just think that OTV and Sidemen are really different, and
they are very, very different. I think they're definitely YouTubers first.
Yeah.
Whereas like I've always been like streamer first and then try to do YouTube stuff. Like for me, like me trying to do YouTube stuff this year has been like me trying to vlog.
But your vlogs are fantastic. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm working on it. But also one of those things where I'm like, oh shit. Because it's hard for me because as I start getting less popular, like I'm falling off right now. Okay, let's just say that. Okay, if I'm falling off, what is my way of falling back up? It's probably me doing something good for myself, right? It's not like me depending on OTV to carry my career back upwards. I don't think it's ever been the case. OTV can keep me at a certain level. I think that they do a great job at that. And they constantly keep me relevant, and it constantly helps out nonstop. And I'm very grateful. I'm definitely a lot bigger because of it, right? But if I'm personally falling off, especially stream-wise or YouTube-wise, that's my own goddamn problem. I have to figure out something.
Yeah.
And so, like, while OTV has been kind of going like this, and I've been like trying to figure out what's, and my life is going like this as well. I have to try to prioritize my own life to figure out what happens first, and then be like, okay, yeah, OTV, I got it, which really sucks because it's like, I think also, it really, really sucks. I think that I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, but it's taken me a while to get there. I think vlogs are interesting though. I've definitely been trying to focus more on that this year.
I think go ahead.
No, sorry, keep going.
No.
Okay. Like, so when you guys moved to YouTube, they got a contract. There's no YouTube contracts.
They don't do them anymore.
I got the last Twitch contract. It was not for that much.
Yeah, they I don't think I even accepted a Twitch contract.
My Twitch contract was, I swear to God, I made 30% more money, 30 to 40% more money than I would have made.
I can't remember.
It's not, that sounds like a lot, but I told my stream this earlier. People who went to Facebook or YouTube got paid 7 figures.
Yeah.
Most of the people. Yeah. So, and I was not making half of that, half of a 7 figure. I was making maybe like a third. So it ends up being something where it's like, I got a good deal, but I remember approaching YouTube, like, nah, we don't want you. We're not interested. I'm like, all right. Fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I had so many thoughts. I do think that being part of OTV puts you in a boat. You kind of just stay afloat. Your channel stays afloat because of it. Like, I do think OTV has such a name that it creates a relevancy with your channel and a legacy. Like, people are more likely to probably click on you because they like have seen you before or they recognize your name. But I don't think it like exponentially will ever grow your channel unless OTV pops off. But I don't think OTV will pop off unless one of our streams pop off.
I think it's different. I think it's different if you're really small. But OTV doesn't get like a really, really small creator and pop them up from nothing. Usually. Yeah. So I think that like, yeah, usually OTV growth has always been stemmed from someone does well and that wellness bounces back to the group. Usually. Yeah. So whether it's like Toast Among Us era bounces back or like even if it's, I would say the group stuff from the very beginning, like even the Mafia streams, that bounced back a lot. And we would do like individual channels and stuff like that.
Whoa, that guy's never heard of offline TV until his interview. Whoa. Whoa.
How are they even here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what? So something that I have really strongly believed in, but like maybe did not a good job of really eloquently expressing it, but I know John also tried, was trying to get the offline TV and Friends channel back up. Specifically because I really am a firm believer that OTV does well when our streams do well.
Yes.
And we are a stream centric first, but also YouTube centric, but like we're only as relevant as our stream channels. It feels. I don't know if that's actually true. It just feels that way.
I think that's only true because we're all stream centered. If anyone was more YouTube centered, it might feel differently. But like the most YouTube centered person is probably Toast, especially during the Among Us area. Yeah. And I think that really felt that. But right now, no one is YouTube centered. I would say, with the exception of maybe Yvonne, has been more YouTube centered. But even then, she is more Twitch centered. I think her lifestyle vlogs are doing pretty decent.
Yeah.
And I would say your shorts are doing really well.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So that, I don't know how that's circling back.
Idea.
I have no idea how.
I have no idea.
Circle back.
Maybe it has a good transfer to my stream.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think like I'm so glad the OTV and Friends channel is back. Not only because I just genuinely love to watch what the fuck everyone's up to.
I think clip channels are great, and clip channels of that.
But I'm just like I think it's just so important that we bring drive back to our Twitch channels specifically because I do think it's like a never-ending feedback loop. But also, like, well, we make money from stream. We don't make money from OTV. So I'm like, I think it all feeds back to each other, but also uplifts the OTV channel.
Pause. I want you to tell me if this is crazy or not. This person, 1GTV, said, "My little girl is now in this world. He just gave birth to a child," or not him.
Yeah.
His wife just gave birth to a child. They named it Riley Scarra Blair. I am the middle name of this child.
No, dead ass.
Not kidding. And no, they have been talking about this for a while.